Good morning, Steelers fans. How about some huge updates on Aaron Rodgers that I need to share with you? And it looks like this whole situation could be wrapping up pretty soon, possibly within the next couple of hours, or maybe just a few days. So make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because whenever Aaron Rodgers makes his decision, whether it's the Pittsburgh Steelers, the New York Giants, retirement, or maybe waiting for a better opportunity, we'll have a breaking news live show right here on this channel. I'm about to head into the studio, but before I do, I wanted to get this quick video out to you because this update is a big one. The latest report comes from Tom Pelissero, and it's a crucial development that could kick things into gear. The Minnesota Vikings have officially told Aaron Rodgers that they won't be pursuing him at this time. It had been speculated for a while that Rodgers was holding off on making a decision, waiting to hear from the Vikings about whether or not they would actively pursue him in NFL free agency. And it makes sense why Rodgers would be waiting. Minnesota has a strong roster. They finished last season with a 14-3 record, and they've added some key pieces to their team. They've signed players like Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave to boost their interior defensive line, and they already had solid pass rushers like Jonathan Grenett and Andrew Van Ginkel. On top of that, their offensive line is looking better than it has in years, with the addition of Ryan Kelly at center and Will Fries at guard. Plus, you've got elite weapons like Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and T.J. Hockenson on offense. I can see why Rodgers might have been waiting for the Vikings to give him a concrete answer. But now, according to Pelissero, the Vikings have officially informed Rodgers that they won't be pursuing him at this point in time. There are still reports suggesting that if J.J. McCarthy's rehab doesn't go well this spring, the Vikings could circle back to Rodgers later on. But right now, they're moving forward with McCarthy as their franchise QB. So for Rodgers, it looks like his decision will come down to either the Pittsburgh Steelers or the New York Giants, both of whom have already made offers. Pelissero also mentioned that the Steelers have been in continuous talks with Rodgers and his agent, with multiple members of the Steelers organization involved. It's clear that Pittsburgh is making a serious push to bring Rodgers into their fold. Now, when you compare the Steelers to the Giants, it's hard to say there are no reasons for Rodgers to choose New York. Reports say the Giants have offered him more money than Pittsburgh, and there's the added convenience of staying in East Rutherford, where Rodgers already has a place. If he's only looking to play one more season, it would make sense not to uproot his life entirely and move to a new city. But let's be real, this is Aaron Rodgers. The man has more money than most people could dream of, and he's fully capable of relocating his life for a season or two to play for a team he believes has a better shot at winning. When you look at the Steelers and where they stand compared to the Giants, I think it's pretty clear that Pittsburgh offers a better overall situation. Rodgers has said in the past that he wants to play for at least 2 more seasons, and that's one of the reasons why the Steelers make sense. Now, Jerry Duack from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette reported that the Steelers have only offered Rodgers a 1-year deal, but we all know that reporters sometimes get things wrong, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers offered Rodgers a 2-year deal. The Giants, on the other hand, have the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft, and if Shatter Sanders falls to them at that spot, he's likely to be their future franchise quarterback. That would put pressure on Rodgers to perform for the Giants, potentially fighting off Sanders for the entire length of a 2-year contract. With the Steelers, though, Rodgers would be the guy. Pittsburgh's first-round pick is all the way down at 21, and it's a weak quarterback class. If the Steelers sign Rodgers, I don't think they'll be drafting a quarterback until at least round 4, and it's even possible they won't draft one at all. Rodgers would have a clear 2-year window with the Steelers to chase a Super Bowl. That timeline fits perfectly with Pittsburgh's own plans, as Cam Hayward is expected to retire in 2 years. If Rodgers can help the Steelers win it all before that, it would be a perfect fit. Pittsburgh's timeline and Rodgers' own goals align really well. And when you look at the Steelers' current roster, they've got a great shot at a title. Last season, they finished with a 10-7 record, despite having one of the worst wide receiver rooms in the league and struggling with a lackluster run game. They've already made moves to improve, including adding DK Metcalf and likely drafting a new number 1 running back this year. So, why would Rodgers choose Pittsburgh over the Giants? Well, let's compare their offensive weapons. The Steelers have 2 of the best wide receivers in the game in DK Metcalf and George Pickens, plus Calvin Austin too, who showed promise last year, and Roman Wilson, who reminds me of one of Rodgers' favorite targets in Green Bay, Randall Cobb. The Giants, on the other hand, have Darius Slayton and Theo Johnson, an improving tight end, and Tyron Tracy at running back. They've got potential, but when you look at the full picture, Pittsburgh has more to offer. And let's not forget that Rodgers has immense respect for Mike Tomlin, one of the best coaches in the league. So, now that the Vikings are out of the race, it seems likely that we'll see a decision from Rodgers pretty quickly. I predict that by the end of tomorrow, we'll know who his next team will be, and I think it's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Things are moving fast, and once Rodgers makes his choice, this could all come together quickly. So, stay tuned, because we're about to witness a major shift in the NFL, and it looks like Pittsburgh is going to be the next destination for Aaron Rodgers. If you really think about it, the Steelers are the perfect landing spot for Aaron Rodgers. They have a strong foundation, a winning culture, and a roster that is just a quarterback away from serious contention. Over the last few seasons, Pittsburgh has consistently built one of the league's best defenses, and with the improvements they've made on offense, Rodgers will be stepping into a situation where he wouldn't have to do it all by himself. That's a huge factor in this decision because at this stage of his career, Rodgers isn't looking to carry an entire franchise on his back. He wants to go somewhere where he can play at a high level, but also where he has the support necessary to make a deep playoff run. Until then, stay locked in, because this story is moving quickly. All signs are pointing to Rodgers making a decision in the very near future, and based on everything we know, it looks like Pittsburgh is the frontrunner. If that's the case, then Steelers fans, get ready, because this team is about to take a major step toward becoming a serious Super Bowl contender. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Imagine this. A star linebacker, recently signed to a massive contract extension, poised to become one of the league's top defensive players, suddenly rumored to be on the move. That's the talk swirling around Alex Highsmith and his future with the Pittsburgh Steelers. What's fueling this buzz, and what does it mean for both Highsmith's career and the NFL's landscape? Fresh off a solid 2023 season, where he notched 7 sacks, 2 interceptions, and an AFC Defensive Player of the Week award, Highsmith has quickly become one of the most feared pass rushers in the league. His ability to disrupt quarterbacks and turn the tide of a game, like his iconic interception against Deshaun Watson that helped secure a win over the Browns, has earned him a place among the NFL's elite defenders. However, rumors now suggest that the Steelers could be looking to trade the 26-year-old linebacker to the New York Giants, leaving fans and analysts alike in a frenzy of speculation. Highsmith's departure would be a tough pill to swallow for Pittsburgh. After signing a lucrative 4-year, $68 million contract extension in 2023, his move could signal a shift in the Steelers' defensive plans. But is this simply a case of cap space management, or is there more to the story? With Highsmith's impressive performances, the Giants are reportedly eager to bolster their defense, and acquiring a player of his caliber could make their already formidable unit even more dangerous. Could Highsmith be the missing piece that pushes New York into Super Bowl contention? The timing of this rumor adds another layer of intrigue. With the 2024 season already underway, teams like the Giants are constantly looking for opportunities to upgrade their rosters mid-season. For Highsmith, moving to a team with playoff aspirations could provide the perfect stage to elevate his game. But for Steelers fans, the thought of losing one of their brightest young stars may feel like a devastating blow to their defensive future. As the trade rumors continue to circulate, one thing is certain: Alex Highsmith's future in Pittsburgh is uncertain. Will the Steelers decide to keep him for the long haul, or will they make the tough decision to send him to New York? Fans across the league will be watching closely as this story unfolds, eager to see where one of the NFL's rising stars will land next. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.